Okay, so you're going to be filling in the data table. Make sure you fill in detailed observations. So color, if there's a precipitate, describe it, also the color, and state whether it's insoluble or soluble. So we're going to start right here. We're going to mix copper nitrate, which is here, with sodium chloride, which is here. So I'm going to put a few drops. And a few drops. And we'll zoom in so you can see if it was soluble, insoluble, and the color looks to be clear. Okay, we're gonna go down. So now we're gonna do sodium chloride and strontium nitrate. Few drops. Again, we're gonna zoom in so you can see the color is clear again. Make sure you write down if it's soluble or insoluble. And then we're gonna do the third box down, potassium nitrate with sodium chloride. And then we're gonna zoom in, again it's clear. Make sure you write if it's soluble or insoluble. And then the last box is going to be calcium nitrate with sodium chloride. And then we'll zoom in, and again it's clear, write if it's soluble or insoluble. And then we're going to go down the middle column, so we're going to mix copper nitrate with sodium carbonate. Pretty. So if you zoom in, make sure you write down if it's what color it changed into and tell me if it's soluble or insoluble. And then we'll do the second box, strontium nitrate with sodium carbonate. And then zooming in, make sure you write down what color, describe the precipitate, state whether it's soluble or insoluble. Then we'll do the third box, potassium nitrate with sodium carbonate. And we'll zoom in, looks pretty clear, describe it, and then state if it's soluble or insoluble. And then the last box will be calcium nitrate and sodium carbonate. And then we'll zoom in so you can see that color, write it down and tell me if it's soluble or insoluble. And then we're gonna do the last column. So we're gonna mix copper nitrate with sodium hydroxide. Looks to be pretty clear, right, if it's soluble or insoluble. Now we'll do the second box, strontium nitrate with sodium hydroxide. So make sure you write down what happened there, what color changed, if it's soluble or insoluble. And then we'll do the third box, potassium nitrate with sodium hydroxide. And then zoom in, it's pretty clear, right, if it's soluble or insoluble. And then the last box will be calcium nitrate and sodium hydroxide. So then let's zoom in, make sure you write the color of the precipitate, and then state whether it's insoluble or soluble. After you've completed this, turn the paper over and use your periodic table and your solubility rules. There's a PowerPoint in Google Classroom, and then turn it in for a lab grade.